Hi y'all, hi everybody, it's Kimberly here. Thank you very much for coming to my channel, and thank you for supporting my podcast too. I really appreciate it. Well, today I'm going to talk about a little bit about the fallout and the impeachment. Let's see, Trump was impeached today by the House, and Nancy Pelosi is going to send the articles of impeachment over to the Senate for Senate trial, which they'll have to vote on whether they want to convict him or quit him, or their Mitch McConnell he hasn't taken a position yet. He has said that he wants to look at the evidence, which, that's fair. I understand that. And he is going to decide, from that point on. And 10 Republicans in the House actually voted with the Democrats, which is probably the largest number, I believe, of a bipartisan vote in the House for something like this. And it's up to the Senate now to see how many, to see how many whether they will convict him or not. And Mitch McConnell does not want to bring the Senate back into session until January 19th. They are on a break. And it's been suggested by Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer to pull the senators back in. And Mitch McConnell said he's not going to do that. He's going to wait till the end of the regular session, begins. And then Joe Biden's inauguration will be on the 20th. And Trump will remain the president. He's not going to be kicked out of the White House. He has no remorse about it. He's a little bewildered that more people aren't in the staff, that they're not. Actually, when they were watching, his family was watching the riots happen live. They were at they're on the grounds in a tent, and they were watching it on a TV or a monitor, and they were laughing and giggling, and I think Don Jr.'s girlfriend was dancing, and that was the state of mind that they had while these people were being shot and a police officer was being beaten to death, and they were dancing and laughing and just cutting up about it, and thought it was so funny, and I think Don Jr. posted it on, I think maybe his Facebook or Twitter or something, and after a little bit of time, he did pull it off, and that just tells you how they didn't take this very seriously. They did not take the security of this country and for something like that, the way they were acting. If you've seen the video, I thought it was just disgusting. And a lot of people they're ruining their lives over this. They have lost a lot. Rudy Giuliani, the president's lawyer, he's being investigated by the New York State Bar. He may lose his license. He could lose his career over this. He is the one who also gave the speech, and he was stating we'll have trial by combat. And he was saying this to a crowd of people who were riled up, and there were already, very different factions in this crowd that had already made plans to do horrible things when they broke in. They were, they killed a police officer, and he was a Trump supporter. They beat him to death. These people cannibalized their own. And another police officer committed suicide. I don't know if it was related to these riots, to this insurrection attempt, coup attempt, whatever you want to call it. I don't know if it was something personal that happened. This happened a few days ago, and I'm not going to say his name, or haven't found out any other details, so in respect to his family, I'm not going to make any assumptions, but it could have been something personal, or whether it was related to this, I have no idea. And a lot of people have literally ruined their lives. There was a business owner in California that owned a candy shop. Her customers are boycotting her business. And the guy who opened, Richard Barnett, he opened Nancy, or stole her mail, opened it or stole it, and he's been arrested. Adam Johnson, the one who took the podium, he's been arrested. And these are felony charges, these are serious charges. This isn't something little, They made, I believe, about 100 arrests already, and they're looking for more. There's several hundred there. There's so many posts on Facebook and all over the internet, people bragging about it, and they were taking selfies and making videos of themselves breaking in, illegally entering, federal property, and just tearing, things up, vandalizing the building. And Derek Evans is a West Virginia House of Delegates, in the West Virginia House of Delegates. He was live streaming himself, admitting to what he was doing, breaking the law. He has 2 felony charges against him now, and he could possibly have more. He's ruined his career. He's going to be a felon possibly. This will cost a crap load of money, paying for lawyers, what it has done to his family, what his friends think of him. And Nick OCHS, I'm not sure how to really, I don't follow him up. He's the founder of the Proud Boys in Hawaii. He's been arrested, but I don't think that's anything new to him. He's been arrested before numerous times. And Jake and Jelly was the guy with the headdress and the spear, and he's in lockup too, and he was on a hunger strike because he doesn't eat processed food. He only eats organic food, and I don't know I think they were going to try to accommodate him, and I don't know if that's been done. As of yesterday, he didn't eat, I think, for about 3 or 4 days. And the guy that he was a retired Air Force Colonel, Lieutenant Colonel Larry Rendell Brock, he was outed by his ex-wife. She saw him on the news, a perfect picture of him with, I don't know, a helmet and body armor, and he was carrying a zip ties. And there was another guy, Eric Gavlik Munchel. He also was carrying zip ties. What they were going to do with these zip ties, they were going to kidnap people, put them in handcuffs, who knows what else, after the violence that they already committed. And they had body armor and protection for themselves, so they were clearly there to do harm. They weren't, playing around. This is not like a peaceful protest, what they participated in. There's a lot of people that ruin their lives. There's a lawyer, there's numerous business owners, the son of I think it was a Supreme Court justice in maybe New York. I can't really remember what state, but what it has done to themselves personally. They could, go to prison, become a felon, have all kinds of charges against them, the money it cost, and again, what it can do to your family, the strain on your family financially and emotionally. Just, I don't think it was really worth it. Even some of the peaceful protesters were arrested. A lot of them were, had their pictures on selfies and stuff and posted on their social media sites, and they got identified, and they're having to go through investigations and having to hire lawyers, and, they may not have agreed with the violence there, but they're going through something also because they were there. Yeah. I can't, I'm just blown away by the stupidity of people, in the heat of the moment. When you make a really bad decision, and there's numerous people that have said, it's the worst decision of their life, and they wish they're cooperating with the FBI, and the FBI is still hunting down. I think they've made around 100 arrests or more. I'm not sure by today's Wednesday, and they're looking for several hundred more. It's when you do something that is so stupid, you know, and one fleeting moment can ruin your life. And some of these people were talking about killing Pence, that's one of the most serious crimes, making a threat to kill any of the members of the House or the vice president. And Trump doesn't seem to care. He's not the least bit concerned that these people's lives were in danger. And the one police officer that he was backing up the steps and there was a mob chasing him, he was by himself. I mean, that guy had to be terrified for his life. And he looked down one hallway, and a few doors down, behind these doors, was where the whole Congress was. He was brave enough to lead them up another staircase and take them away from where the Congress was. Who knows what would have happened? What would have came out of this? There's people that, they brought instruments to restrain people, and they were already in the mindset, and several of them made statements on their social media about harming these people or doing something horrible. And now, all this, after the dust settles, numerous people are going to jail. These charges are going to stick. I'm pretty sure most of these charges are going to stick because the FBI can't let these people go. They can't just let them off with a slap on the wrist. This is something that is, this is like one of the most, it ruined the national security of our nation. It made us look so weak and so vulnerable. The FBI has to take a stand on it, and they have to take a stern, real stern, strong, firm stand to, catch these people and to prosecute them. And it's kind of like the day after a bad night out drinking or something, and you wake up and you're like, oh, what the hell did I do? Well, these people are going through it right now. And they were sober. I'm pretty sure most of them were. There might have been a few people with alcohol in their breath maybe, but you can't blame that for their actions, I can't say that I feel sorry for them because they did something so stupid, and they were so vocal and so proud of it in the moment, and then the next day ruin your life, rack up all kinds of legal bills, possibly become a felon, be fired from your job, not eligible for certain jobs. Especially, a lot of these people were professional people and they had careers. Numerous people. These weren't like low-life scumbuckets with no future. These are people who were, a lot of them were very educated and, career people. They ruined their life in a moment's notice, just instantly, and now they're being hunted by the FBI. Oh, the stupid things that people do. Okay, I just wonder if Pence is over. He's been like the biggest butt kisser of Trump. That's basically what his job was. And, your boss tries to get you killed, and then he doesn't care about it. And then he acts like you're a little, I don't want to say it, but for not being happy, he was actually mad at Pence for not, I guess calling him up and saying, good job or something. I don't know. Oh well. Well, thank you all, and I'll get back. I think there's going to be another announcement, let me see, maybe tomorrow from Biden, within a day or two. He's supposed to be talking about the stimulus, so we won't know about this impeachment until the 19th, January 19th, so I'll probably do some other videos about some other things, and maybe about the stimulus checks, but I'll get back to you soon. Thank you.